This video will demonstrate the steps on how to do your own nails using dip powder. If you're a busy mom like me and need your nails to be strong yet elegant but also functional, then this is the best that I have found. This routine will last 3 weeks. These are all the items that I use and will be using in this video. I will include a link to each of these if you'd like to purchase them. I used Amazon. Here you'll see my nails after 3 weeks. They've grown out and they are pretty much ready to come right off. You can use a tool like this to just get slightly under the nail and pop them right off. Or if you'd like to soak them first, they will also come off easier with soaking first. I just didn't have time today. I need to have very short nails in order to do the things I need to do for all my kids. I have twins and they're 2 years old, so I still need to do a lot of snaps and buckling into car seats. So I cut my nails here, but you can leave them long if you'd like to. How short you cut them here will determine how long the dip powder nail will be when you're finished. Next, you'll want to work on your cuticles. If they're growing out, you can use a cuticle pusher. This will push back the cuticle for you so that you can use the cuticle cutter to trim it off. It does not hurt. And the key I'm looking for is just smoothness. I just want to make sure that there's nothing poking out that the dip powder could stick to. Okay, this is the drill and this is the sanding head that you can use. It comes with the kit. I'm just going to lightly touch it to my nails, especially around the edges and near the cuticle edge, because that's where the new growth is. And if there's anything not smooth on your fingers from the old nails, you can just gently smooth it off. Okay, once both hands are finished, you won't need to use that head on the drill anymore, and you can use a different head. And this one comes in the little kit that comes with the drill. I use these sparkly dip powder colors that you can get in a kit that I have in a link, and then I use clear. So I'm going to start with clear. I like to use these little containers. And then you're going to need this base coat. Step 1 is to do just a small horizontal line on your finger, and this is going to give it a slight shape so that it's not completely flat. And you can dust off any excess dust and do the same for each nail. Just a small horizontal line. This gives it a nice arch, a rounded top once you're finished. Then you're going to do 3/4 of the nail with the polish, not all the way to the cuticle, 3/4 of the way up and then down, and dip that for each nail. So I'm doing 3/4 all the way down to the edge. Now when I do the color, I'm going to go all the way to the cuticle edge. So the full nail all the way to the bottom. If I've accidentally gotten any on my finger, just wipe it off so the powder doesn't stick to it, become a problem later. Okay, dip it all the way in. You can tap your finger if you'd like to get any excess off. You can also use a brush. And do the same thing for each nail. All 10 fingers. I'm just doing one hand for the video. Okay, then you're going to go through and do a second color coat. So you'll do the full nail and then put each finger in so that each nail has 2 coats of color. Now you're going to go back to clear so that when you are drilling and smoothing out the surface, you're not taking away the color. You'll just be taking away some of the clear coat that we're going to put on top. I didn't have it facing the right way, that's why I turned it around. And you're going to do the same for each of your nails. Paint and then dip into the powder. Okay, now before we can drill, we need everything to solidify and harden. So you're going to use the activator, which is step 2. And we're generously applying the activator to each nail, and then we'll let that sit for 1 minute. Okay, you can get your tools ready for the next set, which is going to be smoothing out any jagged edges. You can feel it with your finger, go over it with the drill where the sharp edges might be. I go over the cuticle ends to make sure it's a nice clean shape. Any extra glitter you can remove. Just apply a small amount of pressure to make sure that you're able to drill away any excess bits that you don't want there that make it bumpy. And you're looking for a general shape as well. Okay, then I feel it with my thumb to make sure it's smooth. You might need to get the edge with a emery board. Okay, it feels pretty smooth. Then I will move on to the next finger. The setting for the drill that I use, there's a silver knob, and I will turn it about 3/4 to the right, not all the way on high. Okay, once you've done that to all of your fingers, there might be some excess powder. Go ahead and clean your hand if you want to, or you can wait till you're completely done with both hands. Okay, now you need to apply the activator again because of the drilling and the sanding of the nail. Okay, your last step after you let the activator dry for about a minute is going to be step 3, and this is your top coat. It's going to be what gives it its shine and also just a little extra scratch protection. So you're going to do this to each of your nails, and you're going to let this sit and dry for 4 minutes. And then you're going to do a second coat after the 4 minutes are done for between 3 and 4 more minutes. So you have 2 coats. Then I like to use some cuticle cream. Sometimes it can dry out your cuticles doing this process with all the powder. So I will just massage some cream into my fingers around the cuticle area, and you can wash it off later. Okay, now you do the same thing for your second hand. And when you're finished, voila! Beautiful, durable nails. You can still unbuckle and buckle your kids out of their car seat while still looking elegant. Thank you for watching.